Heyo, what's up everyone? This is pretty much like 3 hours after the 2.4 version preview, and we've got a couple of things to talk about, and they are pretty interesting. So, first, like the two new characters that are coming out in 2.4, obviously being Cartetia and Lupa. They look very stunning, especially Lupa, and Cartetia is also very cute. Now, Cartetia is an arrow sword user, and Lupa is a fusion brawlblade user. And their animations look very freaking nice. Also, Cartetia is able to switch from Cartetia and Fleur Swarm, which is very epic. Now, there are some things that I want to talk about and that have happened at the end of the live stream. And this is this video right here. So let's go over it pretty quickly. We're just gonna skip a bit the story. If you want, you can go and look at it on your own. But oh my god, who can we see in here? Isn't that Wuwa? That is right. Now, I'm just gonna go over it pretty quickly, so we have it down. Then we have this lady. I think her name is or something like that. Now she's kind of like a balloon, and then we have her Augusta, and she probably symbolizes the sun. Now, we saw these two in the trailer for the 2.4 version, or something like that, sometime in live stream. I don't really exactly remember. But then we have this lady.
Pilgriming toward the kingdom rising in the
Looks
dark
pretty cool.
waves.
She's got some sort of snake symbolic on her.
And you're curious as to how it will
The
end?
next is this guy. I mean, he's just a storyteller, so he could be like just a side character. I don't really know, but let's get over to these tabs right here, because this is officially posted by Footing Waves on Twitter. First we have Prolva. Now, who she is? Well, she is the main villain for Fraxidus with Scar, kinda somehow. We saw her many times, and the end of the 2.0 story is where I am gonna be coming from. Now, there's a freaking truck like so loud outside. Hold on, let me just close it. Well, she's got this spider lily in her hand, as we can see right here, and they kind of symbolize death and so in Japanese culture, but let's not go over that right now. Now, she was swinging at the end of the 2.0 story, which symbolizes that she is probably gonna be a rectify user, which I very much believe so, and that she is also gonna be a havoc element. Why? Well, because she is in a close link to Hecate. Now, Hecate is kind of like her puppet, some sort of, we also saw that at the end of the 2.0 story, as she is kind of able to take control of her. So, yeah, I mean, she is gonna be a very nice addition to those Havoc teams. Then we have Shisa. Now, Shisa looks very nice. I very much like her design. And yeah, there are some things we can see right here that these are scissors, and that's kind of like means that what is she holding in her hand are scissors. But is that right? Well, let's look at it in this image over here, because this is from kind of like Japanese Twitter. Both are they kind of speculating, got it somewhere on Discord. So let's take a look at it. First thing, we have these like bandages on her hand. What could those mean? Well, as we can see right here on Kaguya from Kaguya's Son of His War, of course, very good. Now, she's got this glove on her hand. Now, that is probably to prevent from, this string over here from the bow to like hurting your fingers. Yeah, so could this be a bow? As we can see right here. Well, very much now. This could also appear like regular scissors and then kind of expand into a bow. We can see something like that with Zani, as she, goes from the shield to like this long broad blade sort of thing. Another thing that we can see, yeah, so this is like the tape on her hands or something like that. Yeah, we can see it right here. Then this sort of mechanism, for making the bow stronger so we can make longer, like, I don't know. That is right here, and we can also see the string going through, so that is very likely to be a bow. Again, some sort of mechanism over here that we can see over here, and this is how good it looked like. So a very cool character. Now, what element is she gonna be? Well, I am not really exactly sure. She looks to be, I don't know, she appears to be Havoc or Fusion, but she could honestly just be anything. She could be even like Electro. I can imagine that, but one element that we can probably rule out is gonna be Spectro. You know, you don't see any yellow on her, so that is pretty much gonna be it. Next, we have Kyuhan, or whatever his name is. Pretty interesting guy. Now, he looks very much like Junction from Wuwa. Uh, no, he has this bamboo theme going on behind him, and his similarity to Junction with the black and white sort of hair, you know, kind of symbolizes that she is probably gonna be somewhere like Japanese theme, kind of like a samurai, as what he is holding in his hand appears to be some sort of sword, if I am not incorrect. So yeah, and well, for the element, he is probably gonna be arrow. As for the link with Junction and the bamboo, you know, Junction has bamboo in her, like, I don't know what is it called, drip marketing, fucking in some YouTube video, I don't know. Next we have Galbrana. Galbrana looks pretty cool indeed, and we can see right here that she holds a pistol, which means that she is gonna be a pistol user. No freaking way, right? Now for the element, it is pretty clear that she is gonna be Electro. I'd honestly be surprised if she was something else. She can probably manipulate electricity in some other way than just having a pistol. You know, this hand looks pretty interesting. Those nails. Well, she's also got bullets on her die over here, so yeah, I mean, probably gonna expand to some sort of big gun and use that, same as, what is her name? Carlotta uses. Right. The next one we have Yuno. Now, she looks very good indeed. Also, love design, love Lupa, love Yuno, very nice. Now, what weapon is she gonna use? Well, we can see this disc that she is going to manipulate. So that leaves out pretty much two options. Now, the first one is a rectifier, which is possible, but I really don't think that is happening, as these are probably going to be gauntlets. It appears to me because of these things that she's got on the hands, these kind of sort of moons, you know, she can probably use to manipulate this sort of this big disc somehow. I don't know, but her animations are definitely gonna be pretty unique and super excited for those. Now, for the element, again, I'm not exactly sure. Now, she looks and appears to be Glacio, which would be pretty cool, I guess. But for any other element, I don't really know. She appears Glacio to me, so Glacio it is probably gonna be as well. And probably the last one, and yeah, actually the last one, we have Augusta. Now, Augusta is gonna be playing some sort of big role in Septimont, I guess. And we can see this weapon behind her, and in the trailer, she was holding it with two hands somewhere, which means that this is not a sword, but a broad blade. And I don't think anything like Zanny, you know, it actually being Godlands is happening, as this is just a sword, you know? So yeah, and for the element, it is pretty clear to be Spectro. So a Spectro Bradley user like Jinshi. And yeah, I mean that is gotta be it. I mean, these characters overall look insane. Especially, I'm super excited for Yuno and also Shisa. Personally, you know, my that's just my thing. You know, that's just my thing. You can go for whoever you want. I am not gonna judge you. So, I mean, yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching the video, and if you got any questions, we're gonna leave it in the comments. You know, I'm probably gonna check it out. But anyways, bye.